Hello, everyone. This is Rob Golfi with Remax the Golfi team. Welcome to the Golfi Real Estate Show, Niagara Edition, with host today, Aiko Iwashita. Did I say that? Did I say that right, Aiko?
You did. Yes. Thank you so much, Aiko Iwashita. Thank you so much, Rob Golfi. Again, filling in for Steph Vivier today. We are kind of like winding down the summer season, the anticipation for the fall real estate market.
So if you can get in there before that time, I think it'll be very beneficial for yourself.
It's funny how you're talking about, like, young people and, the dream of owning their house. And it's funny, I was just having a conversation about this the other day with a friend of mine who has, young kids who in the next 10 years would be in that bracket to want to buy their own house. And we thought, well, I mean, the only way they're going to be able to do that, because they're not going to be able to lean on us, they're going to have to win the lottery.
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking, this week, the Lotto Max was at like 80 million,
oh,
right?
My God. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so could winning the lottery, let's just dream big here. Let's just say that we won the lottery. We now have that extra money. Real estate always was a safe bet to invest. So are we still talking this would be a good investment? Let's just say we won 80 million and we need to spend it.
Absolutely. But your life is going to change when you win. I always say, if I won, 50 million or 80, let's say $80 million, I would try to double that, try to make it now, like use it and invest. But it doesn't happen. It doesn't. It's unearned money. It's free money. You won it in the lottery. You're going to spend it. And the thing is, you got to almost take half of it away or more and put it aside. But there's a lot of people do bad investments in real estate when they win the lottery. So there was a guy in, I think he was in Niagara. He won $50 million. Okay.
Wow.
I don't know how long ago it was. So, and I've been watching this. So this guy buys a property and he goes to Ancaster for some reason. He buys a property in Ancaster and he builds this massive home on this property. And I don't even think it was the right property for him to do it on. So he buys this massive property, builds a home. Top-notch everything, right? You got $50 million, right?
Right.
And I'm telling you, like, gorgeous. Inside, outside, pool house, I don't know, 10-car garage, like just the nines. He's probably got 20 to 25 million in this house. There's no doubt. No doubt. 20 to 25 million. So now it's all done. Everything's good. He's sitting back, enjoying himself. He's got it up for sale.
No. Who has $25 million to spend on a house? Like,
nobody's going to buy it for that much. Nobody's going to buy it. So this is a discussion I just had with another realtor, and I said he might see 8 to 10 million if he's lucky.
Wow.
If he's lucky. So see how this lottery winner put money in real estate, and he got so deep into it, and he's just writing checks because he has the money. And look at it. He is going to lose. He's going to lose probably $15, $18 million on this. $10 million, $20 million. He's going to lose money. So that's going to disappear. For some reason, why is he selling? I don't know. Something's going on in this guy's life. He's selling. So, and that's what lottery winners do. They want to build, they want to get their dream home. But once they have their dream home built, for some reason, something goes on, something in their life goes on. I knew one couple, they won the lottery and they started buying properties and renovating and like to move in, and they own 2-3 properties. They got in trouble. They had to sell it. And whatever was left, and that one couple won $7 million. This is about 20 years ago. They won $7 million. At the end of it, they were lucky they had $2 million.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so because they overspent, they bought properties. They bought the property next door to the property they had because they wanted a bigger property. They wanted to have over an acre of land. And it was just insane. Indoor pool, like all that kind of stuff. They added
I've never built a house or anything, but when you're talking about, finishings and, what you can get from, like your basic floors to your, top-notch countertops. I mean, these people must be going
Oh,
to the extreme of luxury finishings for their homes.
unbelievable, insane. Like I have a friend, right? He wants to build a house, and I said to him, "Don't do it." I told him, I says, "Don't do it. Just sell the property, make your profit on that." And I said, and buy something somebody's already done. Buy a house with a pool, 2-story, 4-bedroom. Buy that. I said to him, you start building, you're going to be in so deep, and it's going to take time away from your work, and it's going to cost you money there. And I said, cost of construction is going to be insane. You're going to get to a point where you need to buy the finishes for the house, but you can't afford to buy good finishes because the cost of construction was so much. And even his cousin's telling him, saying, don't do it. I know. I've renovated many properties, and I know the cost of construction. And I tell him, I says, don't do it. I said, it's going to be the nail in the coffin for you. You have to be very careful. Whatever your budget you think it is, you better add another 20-30% because it's going to be that.
And that's huge. Like, you don't even think about something like that. And your friend is probably lucky to have you as a friend to be able to like guide him in that direction.
Absolutely. You ever drive by in the country properties and you see there's a house out like on 3 acres. It's just a house by itself. No landscaping done. Stone driveway to there. All the time. They ran out of money. They ran out of money. Because you could buy 100 trees on a 2-acre property, and it still doesn't do anything to the property. Yeah, but you got to be very So
well, I mean, your friend is lucky to have you in his corner, so you can kind of like guide him. And we all, if you're getting into the market, you all wish that you had a friend like Rob Golfi that you could just pick up and call them and ask them questions. But truly, the Golfi team does offer that for people, especially if you're just getting into home ownership and if you are a little lost and confused and you don't know maybe the first step to take. You actually offer a program. It's a webinar. It's like an 8 steps to home ownership, and we're going to get to that. So if you are in the market and you are looking right now, do yourself a favor, get some work done. Go to robgolfi.com, see what Rob and his team have on the market for you. And if you are looking for more information, you can even give them a call. Like I was saying, Rob Golfi is your friend. You can call him anytime. 905-641-0308. I'm Aiko. You're listening to the Rob Golfi Real Estate Show, Niagara edition, and we are back with your 8 steps to home ownership. And welcome back to Golfi's Real Estate Show, Niagara Edition on 610 CKTB. Aiko Iwashita filling in for Steph Vivier and joined by Rob Golfi, the real estate guru who's been around forever. And if you need a friend to talk to and ask questions, he's the guy that you need to chat to. Hey, Rob.
How you doing? What's happening? We got lots of stuff going here.
We're going to talk about your 8 steps to home ownership in just a bit. But let's be realistic here. When we're talking about the market and we're talking about tenants versus homeowners, we still have a problem with not enough homes, and we have a lot of tenants out there. There is an interesting story that's come out of the Toronto area about a group of Toronto tenants making a very risky move when it comes to standing up for themselves. I know you know the story too. Why don't I let you tell it?
Yeah, so there was these 2 buildings. I guess I'm not sure if they're on the same property, but the tenants did a lockout. They said they all got together and said, we're not paying our rent, right? And because the landlord, and I'm not sure if it's the property management company or whatever, but they weren't attending to the things that needed to be fixed on this property. Mm-hmm. So they obviously hired a lawyer. And so the lawyer, it's almost like a class action. Like basically they boycotted paying the rent. And when they did go to the landlord-tenant board, the landlord, was supposed to fix all the things that needed to be fixed. And there are some bad landlords. There are some bad landlords out there. There are out there. And so the lawyer, the landlord, the tenant board said, pay the rent. And then these guys, let's get these landlords to start fixing up the properties. Now, I don't know what they did with the past rent, and I think it was like 6 to 8 months or something like that. They didn't pay rent, so that could hurt, especially apartment building, could hurt the landlord pretty hard. Which is almost like having a union, and you know how they picket outside a company. But so what they did was, so the lawyer, everything got settled and everything's all taken care of. And I get it. There are some bad landlords out there. So these guys won, and there's other buildings doing the same thing. So you got to be careful. If you own a building and you're not taking care of it, you're gonna have some problems, because all those tenants, they would love to get make the landlord have a hard time. But,
absolutely.
But I'll tell you, we own a property management company. It's called Golfi Property Management. And we had a landlord, owner of a property. It was like 4 units, and he had bed bugs. And we said, we're not going to rent this out to anybody until you get this resolved. And so, at first he was trying to do it his way and everything. Said, no, you got to get a pest control company. You got to get professional, and we need a certificate from them indicate that it's been taken care of, and it's been empty. This place has been empty for probably, I don't know, almost 2 months. And I said, we're not renting this thing out. Can you imagine? Like we advertise it for rent, 2-bedroom apartment, and you move in and you got bed bugs everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it takes over your life.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you. So you got to take care of it right away too. This is not something like if you have bed bugs anywhere, you got to take care of it right away. Don't just let it get worse and worse and worse to a point where you got to throw all your furniture out. Right. But anyway, so we told this landlord, and he was getting upset with us.